Was going to tell you about my sporting background. So from a very young age, I wasn't really that interested in competitive sports. Just interested in just playing chase with my friends, those simple games and stuff. Then when I was 9, I started to take an interest in soccer. In Ireland, we call it soccer because we only get mixed up with Gaelic football. And yeah, I played that for a while. And we were just out with the having fun at school time, just kicking the ball against the wall or something, see if anyone would join up. And I was 11, I joined the club, but I joined late in the season. I joined Mount Marion. We trained at St. Raphael's in Stillorgan on the AstroTurf pitches, and I only trained them once a week because I signed up late. I couldn't play the matches anyway. For some reason, they put me on the A's, which is ridiculous. There's an A, B, and C team. I had no experience, so I'll go on the A's. Okay, I didn't do well on the A's, so they said I wasn't good enough, and eventually I just went down training with the B's, and that's why I don't even think I was good enough to play for them. I think they should put me on the C's. That would have been more sensible. I mean, they shouldn't just put you on any team. They should ask you, do you have any experience? If you say no, then you could say, okay, we'll put you on the C team. If you're good enough, we'll move you up or whatever. And I think that would have been a better idea. But okay. Then following season, I joined Lakelands. I had a few friends who played for Lakelands the previous season who I went to school with. I was still in primary school at this stage, 12 was going into my last year, and yeah, they all left by the time I joined, which has been annoying, so I didn't know anybody there. And I was put on the B team, which is more sensible. They only had two teams, the A and the B team. And yeah, we normally train up in a St. Killian's German school, Clonski, and we play our home matches either at Barna Park in Sandyford or on some pitch just around the corner from the Lepin. And we played our home matches there. We were in Division 3, which is the lowest division in the under 12s. And yeah, we're in the under 12s. Yeah, in South Dublin. So there's the Premier Division, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. We're Division 3. I think we're at mid-table, so we weren't the worst. There's a few teams worse than us. We had A team that were in the Premier Division. They were way better than us. There's a massive gap between us. It's just ridiculous, really. I mean, having that difference between an A and a C or a D team is one thing, but having that difference between one team and the next team is a bit ridiculous. So I played for them, and I found myself on the sidelines most of the time during the matches. So I wasn't happy with that. I really wanted to be good at football, but it just wasn't, or soccer, not to get mixed up, but it just wasn't working for me. And yeah, at the end of the season, I left because I was going to a boarding school. I mean, I wanted to play on for Lakelands the following season, but I was coming home every weekend, but I was still up there during the weeks. So I wanted to see if I could just come home on the weekend and play on the match on the Sunday, but wasn't allowed. So I had to just quit Lakelands after one season, and I played. I went up to Gormston. I played football, soccer, and well, I wasn't good. Anyway, I was playing on the first and second year team, and I remember one day in training I was playing, and they put me in goal, and I just stood there the whole time, did absolutely nothing. There's one shot that came, hit the post. I didn't even move for it, from what I can remember. And after that, I just quit. So all the best players were in it at that stage. I mean, at the start, you got a load of players who weren't that good trying out. A lot of them just left, and it was the good guys left, and so I just quit myself. Felt like I was wasting my time. So yeah, often after school, I'd be playing football in the sports complex. Everybody played there. It was annoying. I prefer playing outside. I still got some days. Other days I would go to the swimming pool. Wouldn't do any real swimming, just mess about. Actually, a little bit of cross country that year. Actually, I should have mentioned that. In fact, in my last year in primary school, I did a little bit after school stuff, cross country. Didn't make the team though. My first year there, yeah, I did make the team. I don't know. I think we had like A and B team or something like that. I was probably on the B's. I don't know. Certainly wasn't the best runner then at that stage. And I was a junior, not a minor in my first year because I got old for my age. I was 14 at the end of first year. And yeah, I did that only once, twice a week, not much really. So I was really struggling, and So the year went on, and then there was other days where I just sit around in my room and play PlayStation, which isn't good. I wouldn't recommend that, especially when you're sitting down most of the day in school and all that. Then in the second year, I started off doing the same thing, playing football after school, and yeah. But then there's some days where I couldn't find people to play football, so instead of just going to my room playing PlayStation, I decided to go for a run. Like started to really get into it. And my mum encouraged me to go running with her on the weekends, and I did that. And then some guy saw me, and he told me to join an athletic club called Dundrum, South Dublin. I was 14 at the time, so I went up there. And first day there was pretty tough. We ran up Kilmashogue, up the Dublin Mountains. I was a bit late. I was told that training was supposed to start at 11, started at 10. So we ran up the Dublin Mountains. Found it pretty tough. I came back down. I went on a lot longer than I thought I would, because Gormanson, where I went to school, I was used to being one of the best. So, after a very short time, I quickly became good for some reason, and I was doing really well. And I thought I'd be too good to train with the people there in my own age group. Standard Gormanson wasn't that high, but I went up to DSD, and I noticed that the standard was very different. We trained up there at Marley Park, and went up the Dublin Mountains. So yeah, the standard there was much higher. Quickly learned that out. So I knew I had to be one of the weaker runners there. I had to just live with it, really. We had a very good squad at the time. Loads of very talented runners coming through there. So yeah, I competed in my first ever race for them, the Dublin Champions, claim 11th, which is good at the time. Then in the Nationals, my dad gave me some really bad advice before the race, and he told me to get up near the front in the Nationals down at the Curran, Kildare, and I did that. It was a bad idea. I ended up just suffering after that. Found it very painful. Just slowed down completely. Ended up coming 70th, which is good for, I guess, for our first Nationals. And yeah, I did that around with the school and all that. Came 25th in the North Leinsters, which normally wouldn't be a good enough to even qualify for the Leinster schools, but got in anyways the team. But I was sick on the day of the Leinsters, so I had to miss that. Then I thought the season was over for me, but I was totally wrong. I quickly found out that training starts. There's a track season, so yeah, I wasn't running that much because I thought the season was over. Then I started training a bit more, and then came the track season, and so I ran there, and at the time I didn't really know what times I was doing in the races. I wasn't really that fussed about what times I was doing. I think around 10:35 for the 3K, 2:22 for the 800, and 4:47 for the 1500. Those were my best times, and I really got into it. I started training more often then. I did very well there, training all throughout the summer, because normally during the holidays I wouldn't even bother training, because that was the big thing at Gormson. Normally you come back from the holidays, everyone would be on fish, and I just assumed they all didn't do any running over the summer, so I thought that was the norm, that was the right thing to do, but I was totally wrong. So yeah, I trained right through the summer, which is pretty good. Improvement. I came back, and my third year at Gormson, my dad gave me a training, because I couldn't train with DSC during the week. I only trained them on the Saturday and the Sunday. My dad gave me a really bad training program. He told me to do 2 sessions during the week of 400s, then do 2 long runs of 3 miles, which is not a long run, it's too short, and then just do whatever on the weekend. Just go up to the athletic club and just train there, and that's what I did. And that was by I seemed to do very well, very quick. I did well in some of the early season races, and the Meath schools, I think I came 3rd, and the previous year I came 31st, so that's an obvious improvement. But then came first the Dublin Champions, but I came 12th, which is not even as good as I did the previous year. I came 11th that year. I didn't really think much of it though. And then came the Nationals at Tadrosalls in Rathof, and I came 91st. That was a dreadful race. It was worse than I did the previous year. The previous year I came 70th, and there's a guy in my club called Ruan. I narrowly beat him in the Dublin Championships. He came something like 56th or something, I think. Might be wrong. He and I came 91st, so I obviously just ran a dreadful race. I think I just burnt out from all that speed work. As I mentioned in a previous video, what happens if you do all that speed work, not building up the base, probably not getting enough miles in, what happens is you just go up, you'll be doing very well early on in the season, you'll be doing shockingly well, people think you're a serious threat from that, then yeah, you dip, and you just do crap in the nationals. That's what happened to me. I learned from that eventually. So yeah, I did that, ran through the cross country, see, in the schools cross country I managed to qualify for the nationals, yeah, as an individual, which is pretty good for me. Just about though, 15th in the Leinster schools. Top 15 get in, so ran in the All Nationals up in Jordanstown near Belfast, and I came 45th, which is amazing, so I came 91st in the previous All Irelands, but I don't know, it's the school's a little different. I don't think I'd burnt out by that stage. And yeah, then the track season comes up, and I did the school's track and field for the first time ever. I didn't do that at all the previous year. I entered the 1500 and I ran. So what I did was I went to the 1500. I went in the North Lancers. I took an early lead. I just felt confident that I'd win that race, because normally if I run ahead of someone early on in the race, that means I stay ahead of them normally. And so yeah, I was running it in the front, and there's some guy behind me. I was trying to run past him, get away from him, but he just stayed there. He didn't seem to move. He was just stayed in the right position, staying behind me, and I was trying to get away from him. Then by the last stop, I was absolutely knackered, and he ran past me, and I saw him waving to the crowd, and he just seemed to be really, and he didn't seem tired at all. I think his name is what's his name? I forget his name. Owen Strut or something. I don't know if I got that right. Is that his name? Oh, I don't know, I can't remember. If he's watching this video, he'll be very disappointed. Okay, and yeah, he's waiting to the crowd. Obviously he was being tactical, he was waiting for the last lap. Nobody ever done that to me before, but I'd soon learn about those tactics that people can do, and sometimes do it to other people. But and I was just knackered by then. I was really, the top three went to the the Leinsters, and I was just thinking, damn it, if I even come third here, I'll be happy, even though I'm second. And on the home straight, some guy ran past me, and I came, third. So anyway, I got to the Lancers, I ran the Lancers, and there's 8 in the Lancers. I was last for most of it, and I think the last lap I managed to catch 2 people, come 6th. I think, could be wrong now, it was a while ago, 4 years ago, I think, more than 4 years ago. Then the track season comes up after school in the summer holidays, and I did where do I start now? God, it's a while ago now. I think I ran the first race of my summer holidays in 4:29, which is a PB for me, in Tala, one of the Dublin Grade Leagues. Yeah, I was doing a lot of those Dublin Grade Leagues, and then in the nationals, then in the club's nationals, I signed up for this, even though I didn't run the Dublins. You're allowed to do that for some crazy reason, I don't know why. And I don't know where I came. I was near the back anyway, but I ran 4:29 was PB, so can't be too disappointed with that. That was in Tullamore, and I'm gonna have to end this video early, but not yet. And I ran 4:27, I should say, yeah. That was my PB, 20 seconds off the previous year. Even though my dad had me doing all these mile time trials. He told me that my mile time trial from the previous year was 5:30, even though I ran the 1500 in 4:47 that summer, which was the equivalent of a mile in 5 minutes, 5 seconds, I think. So according to him, I knocked something like 45 seconds off my time, when in reality I only knocked 20 seconds off, which is good improvement, but it's not as impressive. And last race of the season I ran an 800, I ran 2:08. That's still my PB, even though it was 4 years ago. I'm not really much of an 800 person. I think if I run, I'm just going to disappoint myself. And anyway, I'm going to have to cut this video short because we're running low on time, so I'll make another one. I'll continue from there.